Hi everybody and welcome to the Peartree Cutfiles first birthday celebration hop. It's Marie here. Welcome to our hop. This is so very exciting to be able to do. The hop this is the first stop in the hop. You can watch them in any order you like, but this is the first stop, official first stop, because it's me. I'm so excited to be able to do this. Peartree Cutfiles has now been open for exactly a year. We opened on the 1st of August 2020 and it's obviously now 2021. So very excited. It's just gone from strength to strength and I'm so excited to be able to celebrate with everybody. We are celebrating with a whole host of YouTubers. Some of the people on the hop are seasoned YouTubers. They've been on there for a while. Some of them are really new. Some of them are brand new. One of the ladies, it's her very first video that she's created. She's on the design team. Some of the videos on the hop are from design team members from Peartree Cutfiles, and others are people who just wanted to join in and help us celebrate. So I want to say a huge thank you to everybody who has created a video for the hop. They've all created a video with one of my cut files, and I think they're all different. They're all different cut files, so you get to see. I think it's about 40 different videos in the hop. It's so wonderful to see everybody and have everybody wanting to join in. So thank you to everyone who has joined in on the hop. Now to my layout. You've seen me just stick down the adventure border. I love this border, and I knew exactly what I wanted to use it for, because we bought my son a metal detector for the summer holidays as a little gift for the summer, and I hadn't actually taken any photographs of him using it, but I'd already made the cut file and I knew that's what I wanted to use it for. So basically I've cut it out in white. Nothing exciting with how I've actually cut the cut file or anything, or used the cut file. I've literally stuck it as a border to the page, which is what it was designed for. I'm using the Simple Stories Vintage Coastal collection, which is one of my favourite summery collections. It's absolutely stunning. It's pinks and turquoises and it's just gorgeous. So I've chosen one of the 12 by 12 pieces of paper to use as my background. It's got little ships and things on it. So I'm using that as my background. And then you saw me put some texture paste. I haven't used it through a stencil or anything, but I've just kind of scraped it on behind where the photo is going, just to give a textural, rough kind of effect behind the photos. I've then taken some of the 3x4 cut apart sheet, and I've taken 4 of those pieces and used those to map my photographs, which I've then distressed the edges of as well. I've then used some cheesecloth, which is the white stuff, and some hessian to back the photograph with. Now the idea here is to give just lots of texture and that kind of beachy feeling. The cheesecloth kind of reminds me of netting, as does the hessian. So I just wanted lots and lots of texture, that textural kind of feeling behind the photographs. Now I'm just going to start playing around with the ephemera from the collection. Now, actually, Simple Stories have relaunched this collection this year. I think it came out last year, and I managed to pick up most of it. But they have re-released it this year because it was just so popular last year. So I've got kind of all the different packs of ephemera, I think, and the chipboard pieces as well. So I just want to do lots of little clusters around the photograph. Now, I know some people struggle with clusters, and I did to start with when I first started doing kind of larger clusters. And I think the trick is to have one kind of main piece. If you try and use too many big pieces all together, they don't necessarily work because you've just got too many big bits. But if you use smaller pieces, one large and then some smaller pieces, it can often be a lot more effective and a lot easier to get it to work together. So I'm just kind of going backwards and forwards here between the different ephemera packs, between the sticker sheets. Because of the nature of what I've done with the cheesecloth and the hessian, I definitely wanted to go with that kind of things that you would find on a beach, given the nature of the photographs as well, where Elliot is hunting for treasure buried in the sand with his metal detector. So I've gone for bits of seaweed, I've gone for little shells, I've got a starfish at the bottom there. Now those two little seagulls at the top, they are bramble fox perspectives, as is that word discover. I did like that on there, but it just didn't, the word works, but the actual, the sentiment, it doesn't quite fit on the page as such. I'm using some Peartree pieces on this page as well. Peartree pieces are our little wooden and felt embellishments. I'm using one of those signposts, and I've also got some little waves underneath one of the right hand photograph there. And I'm just playing around with where they're going to go. This is the beauty of, this is my favourite part of making a layout, is actually moving around all the different pieces and making and finding the place that they work the best. Now that's the final placement that I decided on. I actually turned the camera off and went and did something else, and then came back to it and realised it just needed a little bit more. So I've got that larger piece up at the top there to kind of extend that cluster upwards. I've got that little tag sticking out there as well, which is has been added a bit of twine to, so that I can tuck that round, and I will kind of wind it round and tuck it in shortly. And then I've also got a little geotag down at the bottom. I've got the definition of the word wander, which I liked. I've got a little bird in there. Is he a little sandpiper or something like that, I think? And I just go through now and make sure that I'm happy with where everything is. You can see a bit of writing on the back of that signpost. I decided I'd try and write the name on the wood of the place where we were, which is called Second Sands. But when I tried to write it with the pens that I had with me, it didn't work, and the pen kind of spread into the wood and it made a bit of a mess. So I decided not to do that in the end, which is why I tried it on the back first and not on the front. So I obviously had the wrong pen with me. I am adding lots of the different bits of ephemera here with dimensional pads and dimensional foam, and then some of it gets stuck down just with glue straight onto the page itself. I love dimension. I love things to pop up and some things to be lower, some things to be higher. So I often play around with dimension with my bits and pieces. So that's the little that's a little oar, and it says beach life on it. So I've put dimension on beach day. Sorry, I've put dimension on the end of it and not on the rest because it's overlapping. Little geotag, that's also from Bramble Fox, and I'm using glossy accents there to stick down my perspective pieces. What I'm doing now is I've just popped a little bit of glue on my finger and I'm running it under the bits of the cup file that are just sort of stuck up, because when I first stuck it down, I did only stick down the edge. The reason I did that was because at the time of sticking it down, I knew where I wanted it to go, obviously, but I wasn't sure if I would be tucking any bits of embellishments and things underneath, so I didn't stick it all down. I realised at this point that I've completely forgotten to stick my photographs down, which is ridiculous. So what I'm doing is holding the photographs up and popping some double-sided sticky underneath, just so I can stick those down and make them secure. Tucking in that bit of twine now, making sure that all stays where it is, with a couple of foam pads as well. And then there's just some finishing touches to do. So I do just focus on this one cluster in the bottom right-hand corner, embellish all the way around that photograph. The cut file acts as my title, Discover, Explore, Escape and Adventure. The whole thing kind of acts as the title to the page. And I'm now just going through the last few little bits that I've got here. So I've got some sequins from Lucy's shop. I think I've got some Spiegel Mum Scraps ones as well. And I'm just going to go through and pop a few of those on. I love sequins. I just think they add a beautiful finishing touch. I'm just adding a few of those on in various different places. And I'm going to stick those down with glossy accents as well. There's a few more there, the Spiegel Mum Scraps ones, because I wanted a few more smaller, lighter coloured ones to mix in with what I had. And yeah, just a little blob of glossy accents and that's about my layout done. I am going to just add in a moment some white splatters. I was about to do that before I did my sequins, and then I realised I'd end up making a huge mess if I did that first. So I'm just sticking a small paintbrush into my Liquitex acrylic ink and splattering all over. I have not covered the photographs on purpose because I didn't mind the few splatters going onto the photographs because of that kind of sense of waves and splashes and beach and all of that. So there's some lovely close-ups for you of the layout itself. Thank you so much for watching. Please do make sure you go and check out the rest of the videos in the hop. You'll find links to them all in the description box below. And thank you again to everyone who's joined in on my hop. Thank you for everyone who's visited. And pop by the Facebook group, the Peartree Cutfiles Facebook group, for all the other fun and games going on this month. Lots of challenges and lots of prizes too. Thanks for joining me. Bye for now.